Yeah, I looked at it the other day and I was like, oh, maybe I'll make that happen. I don't know how the price tag was a little scary.
I hit the record button. I was like, I wonder if this will land.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, welcome to Grease and Grace.
Jordan's opening a candy.
I am, and I hit the record button because Kim and I were talking about something kind of somber before.
Yeah, we were.
Before we hit record, so I was kind of waiting for her to laugh, and I was like, this ain't going to happen.
Well, and I'm so tired, man.
Yeah, so you guys need to know kind of where we're at and why we might seem a little like somber here today. So first of all, Kim's grandpa died.
Yes, he did.
So Bob, right?
Mr. Bob.
Mr. Bob.
Mm-hmm. Bobbert.
So sorry to hear about that.
Yeah.
We were talking about that.
But he loved the Lord, so we know where he's at. So it's not too sad.
Our hope is built on nothing less.
Amen.
So we were talking about that, and then I just got a new bike. So Kim and I were talking about my
But
bike.
like, okay, you can't just be like, I just got a new bike. Like,
it's the real deal. It is. I mean,
it's like what is it? An electric bike.
It's an electric bike.
That's what it was.
Yeah. But it's so I tried to buy a Jeep. That didn't work.
You bought one.
I did buy one. That one went down the road. And then I tried to buy and then I've had a motorcycle for years. And like this was like kind of like okay, it just seemed like a good idea.
Now's the time. Now's the time.
And then,
but then on top of
go ahead.
All of this, this week at our church is sports camp, which is
you guys might have remembered that
so
from
much
last
fun.
year,
Yeah,
for those of you guys
so much fun.
A long time.
But like sucks the energy from deep within all of the stores.
Because you and I don't know how to do things halfway.
I'm either
or.
Like
last night you were a little tired.
I was. But last night, Jordan, at the beginning of sports camp, Jordan called me out and was like,
yawning.
I was yawning. It was like we just had gotten started and I was yawning. But what Jordan didn't know was that yesterday, from the date of recording, was the funeral.
Yeah.
But I had prior, like long before even sports camp was scheduled, or at least publicly scheduled, I bought tickets to a phenomenal band in Chicago, Alabama Shakes.
They're fantastic.
This is the first tour. Well, this is their first reunion tour in 8 years, and they started the tour in Chicago at the Salt Shed, which if you have never been to the Salt Shed, it is a phenomenal concert.
Highly recommend.
Totally recommend. That's the second one. So now I've been inside and I've been outside, but it's in Chicago. So
you and Brittany Howard would get along.
I love it. Yeah, I know. Anytime that I like watch her, I'm like, she's cool. But
for you guys who don't know who Brittany Howard is the lead singer.
She's a lead singer. She makes some fun faces while she's singing.
Yeah.
But so it was Chicago, and so I was like, well, I'm gonna spend the day in Chicago and like hang out. So I left early yesterday. Or early the day of the concert, and then I didn't get home till 1:30. Then because
only to turn around and do like the funeral things and all.
Yeah, and the funeral was 2 hours away, and it was at 10 in the morning, so we had to wake up to be ready to go by at no later than 8 o'clock. So it was just one of those like it all stacked. So then last night I like got home 5:50 and. Sports camp started at 6 o'clock, and so like
it was a long day.
I was feeling it,
and even when you rolled in today, I was like, you're still.
I'm so tired. But it's just like an exhaustion, and today I like, you're
here.
I'm here, but I'll be ready for sports camp tonight.
Did Alabama Shakes say why they like disbanded? I mean, they were around for 11 years, and then
some stuff.
Was there? Just
there was. I don't know exactly what it was
because they just kicked back in last year.
Yeah. I don't know the exact, but I think like
who played with them? Do you know?
Mm-mm. What do you mean? Like who opened for him?
Yeah.
This dude named Lee Fields.
It's always like a hit or miss.
Lee Fields, man.
It's always hit or miss.
Was like, okay, so like who I imagine it's like if you were to take like one of the Temptations.
I
Googled
with
this
guy's
James
name
Brown
immediately, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Mixed with James Brown and put him into one person.
Bro, he's
this
74.
Guy, he is, but he was getting. I had the greatest time. I was like standing next to this like older couple. They had sons who were like in their late 30s and a daughter somewhere else in the world, and they were like, I asked them, "How did you find Alabama
Yeah,
Shakes.
yeah.
And she was like, oh, my sons listen to it. So then like we're jamming to this Lee Fields guy.
Yeah.
And I turned to her and I was like, I have no idea who this guy is. And she goes, I don't either. But it's all about
He's
the
doing
experience, baby. He was so phenomenal. He kept screaming, are you happy?
That's how I found Jake Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Because you opened for Ben Rector, and it was like, what? Who is this guy?
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah, it was very like Motown soul,
Loved it.
like so much fun,
Loved
but
it.
like great opener, and so it was a really good time. But yes, I am just absolutely exhausted.
So we're gonna try to pick it up.
We are.
We'll see what we can do. But just know if we sound lethargic, we are
Very much
Very lethargic. But we're doing it for you. So that's where we're at. So if you're a first time listener, this is Grease and Grace. This is what we kind of do. We start off with a question. We move into a topic. We talk about the greasy side of things, and we talk about the graceful side of things in regards to that topic. Kim gives me. The question of the day. It's totally for fun. Then we move
Absolutely random.
when we get to the topic after the question of the day. I'll give you a little bit of an explanation. We'll look at the greasy side of it. We'll look at the graceful side of it, and then you get a chance to weigh in on it.
Yes.
So via social media or our listening platforms that you participate on, you can go ahead and jump in, or you can shoot us a text. If you know our numbers, or an email at greaseandgracepod@gmail.com. Somebody asked me a while ago, they're like, why do you do email? I'll tell you why. It's the easiest thing for us to respond to.
It
so
is.
it's just easier.
Although I don't know what my dad replied to something.
Okay.
I don't remember what the question was though, because all it is in the subject line uphill. It says uphill.
Uphill.
Oh. I know what he's talking about. I was talking about everything is uphill in Bremen.
Oh, yeah.
And so
Yeah.
my dad said he's going to chase me uphill with a dead bird because he has done that before.
Yeah.
In a bag. I get it now. Sorry, Dad. It took me 2 days to figure
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, but send us an email. It is the easiest way for us to respond, and it keeps us off of social media because I don't know about you, but like if I'm on social media, then like if I'm looking at one thing, then I'm looking at I'm gonna look at everything more under the sun. things. So
Can I ask you a
what is that?
question time.
Oh,
That's what I was trying to do. I'm trying to put it in. But we're working on some sound clips. We're moving this thing in the right direction.
I was like, what?
If you guys didn't hear that, hopefully you'll hear it next episode. We're working on it. So anyway.
That like made me so nervous.
You're like, that's loud. What are you doing?
Hello?
Hello?
Is there somebody in the room?
Donna!
Okay, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
This is a little bit more of like a. It can be a
I
question.
love how
Okay.
we start at like a 1. Like
We slowly get
it's
there.
5 minutes it takes it to
Our
get to an 8.
energy builds on one another. Like that's how it works.
I'm gonna try playing Alabama Shakes.
They have a new song. Anyways, I could talk
do.
about that for so long. Anyways, okay, so we're gonna imagine
Imagine.
that you have a friend. Okay, your friend.
That'd be. I can't wait. If you're out there, I look forward to meeting you someday. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for making me feel good about that.
Okay, you have a friend who is from another planet.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
on that planet, they don't have clouds.
Okay. Yeah.
Explain to your friend. How would you explain to your friend what clouds are? Like, how would you explain it?
Does he have access to music?
I don't know.
Because I would start
No.
playing Lee Fields.
Just have him over there. Like, how would you explain it? I heard this the other day, and I was like, ooh, that is a really interesting question.
Wouldn't that be amazing if that's how the human body worked? It's like, you're like, I want to explain to you. And you just start playing music.
And
And they're like, what? They're like, I want to show you what my house looks like.
you like
And you're
start
like-
close your eyes and just start. You're like,
you imagine?
do you feel it? That's what they feel. That's what clouds feel
They're like,
like.
oh, where? Like any question, people are like, where do you live? And you're like, close your eyes. And they're like, what? And you're like, just start humming like Buddy Holiday or something like that, you know? Billie Holiday. Oh my god, that'd be so funny.
Oh, that
That's how I explain people to people things. I'm gonna do that tonight. Somebody's gonna ask
Try
me a
it.
question. I'm gonna be like, hold on, close your eyes.
Make sure it's like completely out of left field.
Some Sublime song.
I don't practice Santeria. Like,
They're like, how does this apply to your house?
how
You're
do
like,
you? That's
I ain't got no crystal ball. I had a
like, this is what I feel like. Make that the answer to your question.
What do clouds look like? Have you ever heard Yellow by Coldplay? That's what a cloud looks like to you. Okay, how to explain?
Okay, how do you explain clouds to somebody to somebody who's never seen clouds before?
You know, like,
or maybe like a blind person. Maybe your friend's
do
blind.
they have food? Do they have food there?
I don't know.
I just go get cotton candy and be like, it's these, but it's in the sky. What do you say?
But what if your friend was like,
you know, what'd be the best part is if it was like a significant drive to get there. You guys like, hey man, you know what clouds are? He's like, no. You're like, hey, get in the car.
Come with
you gonna say
me.
nothing all the way, like all the way to the candy store. Like there's no talk or whatever. It's like, where are we going? You're like,
walk through that door.
He's like, why are we eating cotton candy? That's what it are.
This is clouds.
Except in the sky.
But like, if they were like, what are they?
50 times bigger.
What are they for?
And I play Yellow by Coldplay in the background of this conversation.
That would be the weirdest day for your
Look
friend.
at the stars. See how they shine for you.
Maybe I'd play.
What do
like,
you say? What do you do?
I don't know. Like,
I mean, man, give me music and
they're white, big.
clouds today too.
What?
There's clouds today too. I looked out
There
the
are.
window to see like.
I very much took
How-
advantage of these clouds today
Yeah.
because I was landscaping, pulling out weeds left and right. Anyways, so I would explain like they're fluffy, white, abstract forms.
If you have candy and music, I feel like I can do it. Easy.
I don't think you would play Yellow.
Yeah, by Coldplay. No, hands down. I don't know why.
Is there a song for clouds?
Oh, I'm sure.
Miss Rachel, you got a song about clouds yet? Miss Rachel.
Tell you who has a song about clouds. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. There's like abstract songs about clouds, but like, yeah, there's not like something that describes a cloud.
I see trees of green.
That would work too.
Loud and white. Yeah, it would be like they're big, white, fluffy forms
All right.
that float in the
that's fair.
sky. Sometimes water comes from them.
I mean,
Sometimes
cotton candy, bro.
death lightning falls from them.
They're really nice, or they kill us. It's one or the other.
And you can't hold it.
No.
You can't touch them.
So I'm taking this guy doesn't have any weather. There's no weather on his planet.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's sunny
Because clouds
all the time.
Yeah, clouds are the reason.
Do you
we
realize
have
how much
weather.
clouds do?
Yeah,
Like-
they do a lot.
They do. Thanks, clouds.
Thank
hey,
you.
Thank your local cloud.
Thank you. When you're riding home on your e-bike, look up and say thank you. You know who else would say thank you?
I wonder if anybody would be able to.
Lee
Can you
Fields.
explain that better, listeners?
Lee Fields would say thank you. All right, we're off the rails. Let's
Oh, my
move on to the
Lanta.
topic. Topic of the day.
Hi, guys. We're listening, or we're talking. We're talking about game night.
Game
We
night.
are greasing and gracing game night.
All right. Do you do game night before I give you
Well,
a little explanation?
So game night is a tough thing to do when you have two boys
Right.
who have the attention span long enough for like a gnat.
Okay.
So we've tried game night multiple times. We have quite a few different games.
Okay.
We play them periodically. I tried to like do it every week, and we had like a little, what you call it, like you draw out a different game. And so like we had like spoons and jacks and Uno and Yahtzee.
Okay.
We had Mario Kart,
Okay.
family Mario Kart night, and then
So you're gonna include video games.
just two,
Okay.
because it was either Mario Kart or Mario Party.
Okay.
And then we had a Mario like Life, which is a board game sequence.
Okay. Are you just listing off all the games you have in your house?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking of all of the other ones. So anyways, we would draw bowling.
Okay.
We would have a bowling night. And so like we did that for a while, but then it just stopped because The anger that ensues.
Are you guys competitive?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Josh and Owen, no. Miles and me, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, define it.
Yeah.
Did you tell everybody that's what you do?
Yeah, I already got
Hey,
it.
guys, that's what he does.
All right, so game night, generally, even though there's a ton of movies that are named that, refers to an organized social gathering where people play games, often board games, card games, or video games. This is really interesting because this is one of those topics where, like, you don't think I could, like, riff on for a while.
Oh, I know you guys are game night
I could
family.
go on this. Yeah, so it can be casual, a casual get-together with friends, more structured event, or even a theme night. The specific game played and the overall structure can widely vary depending on the participants and the occasion. So you have casual gatherings, right? Then you also have themed gatherings. Then you have structured events, and then there's variations of all of those things.
What do you mean structured events?
So like a structured event would be like, like an organization, a business. They might host like a game night. Think about it like a casino night. You know?
Got it.
Kind of like a game night or
got
whatever.
It. Okay.
So you can kind of go on one of those categories if you want.
You guys have game night almost every night.
So
don't you?
When we're not busy, we used to play euchre every single night.
I have no idea how to play euchre.
That's okay.
At all. Well, I've had so many people try. And somebody from our church was somebody
takes a
who
while.
like told me. They were like, if you understand the basic concept, then you'll understand the entire game. And the way that he explained the basic concept, for the first time I was like, but I forgot what it was.
So Bethany loves playing games.
Mm-hmm.
She, like, if you were to, I guarantee you, if she wasn't busy right now and you drove to our house and you're like, hey, do you want to play a game? She'd be in. Like,
Really?
Not video games.
No.
So that's the key here. Like, I'm probably not going to go into the video game world. I'll tell you why in just a second. But, like, Bethany loves to play games. I mean, whether it's,
Same.
it doesn't matter.
It's a time
right?
filler and a conversation like opener.
She just likes it. I don't know where it comes from. I'm not.
Is her family?
I don't know, but like I'm the type of person that just I've been going all day, so like I don't need to like work my mind over like some piece of cardboard. So I'm out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't mind playing cards, but what frustrates me is when if we're gonna play a game, like I want to like actually play and not have you like talk through the whole thing. So like if it's your turn, go. You know what I mean? Like that drives me crazy. So like,
but that's the joy of games.
this is going to be my grease side of things. So I'll just wait on that for a second.
Okay.
But Bethany's brother-in-law, which is also my brother-in-law, his dad, this is crazy. His dad is like a huge like Dungeons and Dragons gamer. He has his own custom board.
Seriously?
And when I say board, I mean he
Like
has this
table,
huge table that's 3-dimensional. It has screens in it.
Whoa!
Like, it's
Holy cow.
unbelievably amazing.
So have you ever dove into the Dungeons and Dragons realm at all?
So all of those guys, so his son, him, all these other guys, he like hosts legitimate.
And it's like hours.
Oh, they're there all night long sometimes.
Yeah.
Like come in at like 4:00 at night.
It's called a campaign.
Oh, yeah. And they go till like 7 a.m.
Yeah. Isn't it wild? It is. If you don't know what Dungeons and Dragons is, oh, I don't even know.
It's
so I don't
crazy.
play Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
It's one of those games that I'm like, I don't know that I can commit anything to it. I would like to play it for the fact that like there's so much conversation that is happening.
Yeah.
And like there's so much to like, it's up in the air. It's based off of what you roll on a dice.
Well, and he is such a good narrator. His dad is such a good narrator.
Yeah.
Like he has just this crazy stories in his head and all this other things. And then they just talk about it like it's real life when you're with them. And you're like, what are you talking about? They're like, yeah, and then we killed Brandon. And you're like, what?
It's like a whole thing. I had somebody try and explain Dungeons and Dragons to me not too long ago because it was so cool. So one of the things at my job is to talk about trends. I promise we're going to circle back.
You're good.
But we talk about trends. And one of the trends right now, like in restaurant world, is like this thing called nostalgia, where instead of it being like nostalgic food from like the 50s and 60s, now we're bringing it forward to like the 80s and 90s, which is wild. But like we're like 40 years past, so it makes sense. So we had this event.
Kraft macaroni and cheese is making a comeback.
So we had this event, and there was a vendor who they did an entire Dungeons and Dragons menu.
crazy.
And so he he decked out his table. He had his what do you call it? Not his cape, his not a smock. What are
can't
they
remember what it's
called?
called, but I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah.
Oh, whatever Harry Potter wears too. Anyways, it's like a coat, but it's not.
Yeah.
Anyways, so he had that on, and like he was only talking in like Dungeons and Dragons things. So like you would come up, and he'd be like, "I may," like
Cloak.
tell me cloak.
There
That's
you
what
go.
it was.
Yeah.
He was like, "Tell me what your heart desires," and so then he'd have you roll your dice. And then whatever popped up, he would come up with like a whole story just to get you to the dish that they prepared. It was phenomenal.
bet.
It's all just storytelling.
Yeah.
But he was like so far into it. He had like Dungeons and Dragons cookbooks.
Oh
It's like a whole different realm.
It's
Did
wild.
not.
It's a thing.
I had an employee who they had campaigns that they would do at their house.
Seriously?
And I was like this close.
You get sucked in.
But you get so sucked
Oh,
in,
you're gonna be
and
done. You'll
like
be done.
I was like, ooh, I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know if I can commit to that lengthy of a campaign, and
Yeah.
so I didn't go do it. But if you don't, have never heard of Dungeons and Dragons, check it out.
It reminds me of. Did you have any friends that played Risk?
No,
So,
I've heard of it.
Risk was really big. Like Risk was like it takes a long time to play. Like at the same time. So.
Is it a board game?
Yeah,
and there's
and it's like the world, and you're trying to like dominate the world and
I've
stuff like that.
seen it.
Yeah.
I have a family who's like a family of like 17.
So what's
and
your
they
Grease?
played
Come
that.
on.
Well, my first Grease is so I have Miles and Owen.
Okay.
They are 7 and 8.
Two boys.
Two boys who will
Two
eventually
boys.
be competitive. Probably not Owen.
Eventually be? They already are competitive. Are you nuts?
Miles is competitive.
Bro, you should see
Not
them at sports
Owen.
camp. It's wild.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Did you watch him last night?
100%.
Oh my Lanta.
He's ready to take on the world.
There was a guy named AJ who he looked over at me, and I was like, "That's my kid."
Yeah.
He started laughing.
He's super competitive.
So anyways, so I am wildly competitive.
Mm-hmm.
I have two brothers and a dad. My mom isn't as competitive.
I can
She's
see her
just like
being competitive, though.
there for a good time.
Yeah.
We all end up, normally it ends up being like boys versus girls, but
Of course, as it should be.
but so I grew up in like a pretty competitive house.
Yeah.
And so now I'm trying to teach Miles and Owen how to play games, but I cannot be as competitive as what I want to be.
Because you'll pummel them.
Because I will crush them.
Yeah.
And so like I have to like fake
Bebop.
play.
Don't worry. Those days are short.
I'm like, come on, just give me the competition. They're slowly starting to get there, especially with Uno, but I have not included yet that we do a point system with Uno as well.
Oh, yeah.
And so like I will crush them once they figure out how we score in Uno.
Those days are so short because it will get to a point where you're like, all of a sudden, like they're beating you, and you're like, I can't come back. and you like look at you think to yourself like, this is happening. Like I can't. Like there's no what? Like how are you winning at anything in this game? And then it's like I remember the first time we played euchre, and the girls were like got it, and I was like, oh no.
Were they on the same team?
Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not.
Okay.
But like, yeah, like there's a couple of times. And then when you go back, so the really weird thing is like with game nights, when you go back to like stupid games, like you realize how dumb Candyland is.
Yes.
You're like, Candyland is the stupidest game in the
Can't
world.
stand. We had Candyland, and I was like, no, we're gonna.
But it teaches you how to play games.
Yes.
So like it's a very
Yes.
like intro or Shoots and Ladders, also a stupid game.
Yeah.
You know, like but you go back and you're like, oh, what is this? Anyway. I have one. So
Yeah.
because I alluded to it, but I'm gonna elaborate on it. So when we're playing cards with people, this drives me nuts. Is when the person, so everybody's having a conversation.
Everybody's talking.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, like, it's that person's turn, and they're like, I know, right? And then all of a sudden, and their cards are, like, up in the air, and I'm dying.
You're just staring.
I'm on
at
your left,
them
and I'm like,
Susan.
seriously? Like, would you play the card? Because I don't mind if you talk, But you should have been prepared before we got to you, and then you could play, and then you go back into the social dialogue. Oh, my word.
So you have to, like, it's a skill because you have to know. I know because I am, like, an observant, sneaky person. So, like, I will be I'll watch everybody's hand as we're conversing. Our family is not good at remembering whose turn it is, though. So, like, we have normally, like, half of the table.
That's even
who's, like,
worse.
doing a good job, and then it gets to one person, and, like, they're, I don't know, not even in the same room. Their cards are like on the different table.
Like when somebody gets up to go get a drink, you're like, where are you going?
Yeah.
Like, no, you're one away.
You play before you go do anything else because we got to make it around this
And then
table.
if it's like a big game night, people are in the kitchen, so then they get stuck talking to him, and you're like, Sue, come back. Like, what? And then I'm just furious. And Bethany looks at me. She's like, hey, it's okay. We're here to have fun. I'm like, we're not having fun. I am stressed.
This is not enjoyable.
I'm sweating. I can't, like, it drives me crazy. I remember, this is going to sound so bad. I remember when the kids were young, like your kid's age.
Yeah.
We were playing Uno one time.
Yeah.
Constant distractions. I mean, they'd, like, get up, walk away. I'm like, I drop a, like +4 on them. They're like, Like, what do you mean?
Like, go. They wouldn't even like pick up a card or anything.
I'm like, hey,
I get
1,
you.
2, 3, 4. Put them in your hand.
So the boys now like understand that, and so most of the time they give me like all of the draw fours.
Yeah.
But not too long ago, Josh and I tried to play phase 10, which we knew we were not making it through 10 phases.
Nope.
But trying to explain to them what a run is versus what a set is was like gouging my
Nails on a
eyes out
chalkboard.
with an eraser.
Yep.
Like, it was the most painful thing. And so I'd be like, okay, what is a run? And they'd be like, and I'm like, a run of 4
And then
is
you-
like 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're like, but I don't have a 1. And I'm like, okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5. What if I have an 8? And it's like 8, 9, 10, 11.
But that's like the other thing is, and here's another grease, like people who don't know how to play the game that want to play the game. So like you'll show up and you're like, oh, this is great, like it's euchre night or whatever, and then like you get parts of it, like, this is my first time. And I'm like, this is not fun.
No.
And they're like, oh, but they have to learn. I'm like, not today. Not today.
You should have known what game you were playing. Look up the rules.
Here's what you get. You get popcorn and a seat to watch. I don't go to the World Series of Poker, sit down and be like, hey, guys.
So tell me what a full house is.
What's a flush again? Like, that's not, I would be murdered, like on the spot, killed. But no, in like casual Midwest, Indiana, cornfield setting, it's like, this is my friend Bob. He's new. He's never played this before. And he's going to be your partner. No, he's not. And it's the same with any game. It could be any game. Like I've been in set because we did youth ministry for years. I've been in settings before. We're like, we're gonna play charades. It's always one. What's charades?
Are you serious?
I'm like, what'd you just say?
How do people not know what charades is?
I just walk over, don't say a word, and flick them right in the forehead.
Smack him across the face. Shut up! Let me teach you your first charade. Smack him on the face.
How dare you?
Let me guess. Let you guess what that was.
Like, how did you get to 30 and
Yeah,
not
that's
know what
wild.
charades is?
That's
like,
wild.
I don't, or like any game. And it's like, and then you get partnered with them. Man, there's some animosity coming out because you get to the point where it's like, because here's the really bad thing. It's like if you get partnered with somebody who can't cook and you're like, oh, but you could teach them, like, right? Like, because you're a cook. And you're like, no, I don't want to. Oh, well, you're a pastor, so you have to be nice. Do I? Do I? Because I don't know if that's true.
Guys, Jesus flipped tables, so I'm going to do it too.
How about I flip this table? Because like that's the worst. But you're a Christian. Yeah, but there's also imprecatory psalms that pray for the wrath of God to fall down on people. So you need to calm down.
Guys, I don't know if I've ever witnessed Jordan get so riled up.
It makes me angry. Oh my gosh!
Oh man. Yeah,
But then people look at you and they're like, "Why aren't you having fun?" That's the weirdest part of the whole thing. It's just for fun. It's not just for fun.
Yeah. It's for fun if everybody know. Like, if everybody knows the game, then it's fun because you don't have to explain it. Like, everybody's just like a part of the game. You understand the implications. There might be like a house rule.
Yeah.
There might be like a weird house rule that's not in your,
100%.
kind of a situation. But like for the gist of it, you understand the game. You get it. And so I totally understand that.
I'll give you another one. It's when little kids come in and it's adult game night. Like, that drives me. I was pitching bags one time. This is a couple years ago. Maybe not.
Oh,
I'm not gonna tell
I was
you
like,
when it
what
was
are
at.
you talking about?
Like, we played cornhole,
Yeah.
And so we're pitching bags, and we're like, all right, let's play. There was 4 of us. One guy's like, oh, I got to take this phone call. Okay, like, loser. Like, why do you answering your phone? Like, why did you do that?
This is a serious game.
We're all 4
We're
here.
almost at 21.
And all of them were, like, somewhat relatively good, enough to compete or whatever. We were having a good time. And then they're like, we need a 4th. How about you, Timmy? Timmy's 12. No.
He's got ice cream on his finger.
Yeah. He's like, I like bags. And then all of a sudden, like, then they look at me and they're like, oh, you can be on Jordan's team. Can he?
I didn't sign up for that.
No. So now I'm stuck. We were gonna win. We were 3 points away, and I got Timmy over here with ice cream hands, who's never thrown anything farther in his life than a Lego. And we're all, oh, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. It infuriates me. And then
it is always like on the last like 3 points.
Exactly. and then there's always somebody looks at me like, why are you so upset?
It's like, do you know why? Do you see it?
I'll tell you why I'm so upset. Because you're not upset.
He's
That's
12
why.
and he's jacked up on Kool-Aid, guys. That's my problem.
It's the people who are winning too. They're like, this is not a problem. And you're like, this isn't a problem. Yeah, not for you.
That's hilarious.
Because you're up by 12. You don't call a 12-year-old to come play basketball on a men's basketball league. It drives me crazy. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You ignited. There was a fire there.
It was. That's still burning. There's some embers left from deep within.
Well, and then you have the whole like, hey, like, you ever been in a situation where you don't want to play a game? Like you're like, and then you're the bad guy.
Yeah.
So like, I'll take Euchre for example. If 3 people they want to play or whatever, you're thinking, man, I just want to go to sleep. And they're like, hey, we need a 4th. You want to play? And you're like, no. They're like, oh, come on.
You're like, fine. Peer pressure. I've done that to Josh though. Like, there's been a couple. Of
course you have.
Like, there's been okay. So like, I get bored at night. Like, there's nothing going on, and sometimes I look and like, he's on his phone, I'm like watching something on TV, or I'm looking at something on my phone, and I'm like, well, this is snoozeville. And
let's
so
do something, right?
Yeah. And so like a while ago, he was sitting at the kitchen table. I don't know what he was doing, and I was watching TV, and all of a sudden I just like, it was like 9:45 at night, and I like stood up and I went over to our buffet and I grabbed the 5 dice.
Oh,
and
man.
he was like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
And I was like, grab a pen. And he was like, what? And I was like, grab a pen.
Playing Yahtzee.
And I was like, it's your turn. So like, he sat there like slumped over. He's like barely lifting his hand. And and the other thing is, he doesn't really remember Yahtzee. Like, have you ever had a game where like you're like, I don't know if I remember how to play this.
Oh yeah.
So that's him with Yahtzee. I don't understand why, because I'm like, dude, it literally is laid out on the sheet for
Bethany just learned how to play Yahtzee.
What?
Yeah. She had no idea. And she still thinks it's the stupidest thing. She's like, this is totally chance. I'm like, there's a literal spot that says chance. Yeah, it is.
That's wild to me. As somebody who like loves games, she had
no
that's
idea.
like our mindless game. Mm-hmm. Yahtzee is our mindless game. And so so Josh, like, it was 9:45 at night. He was like over it. He was not ready to like count dice and put numbers on the card.
I bet. Yeah.
And the whole time just like slumped over, head in his hand, and he's like rolling the dice, and he's like, what are we doing? And I was like, we're having a good time. That's what we're doing. And
you remind
like,
me of that guy that woke his wife up to play Uno. Did you see that? Have you seen that video?
I've seen a couple videos where they
like,
put the cards in their hands.
It's like 2:00 in the morning. He's like, it's your turn.
I would totally do that. Hey, you dozed off. It's your turn. It's yellow. Come on.
My favorite one is the girl like plays for a solid like like 5 minutes before she figures out what's going on. She's
I wonder
like,
if she is not
"Come on,
actually.
babe, lay two, like it says draw two, or whatever." Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so one of my other greases is how long it takes to figure out a game. Like,
Oh yeah.
don't explain to me the games for the most part. Like, okay, so we have this game that is called You Blew It.
Oh, I know what that is.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Not many people know
Yeah,
what game
yeah,
that is.
yeah.
But it's one of those games where, like, if I explain it to you,
Yep.
you're going to be so confused.
Yep.
Let's just start playing it.
It's hard to kind of like figure out at start. But
At start. And even now, like, I don't know how I end up becoming the person who keeps the score because I am terrible at math. My brother makes fun of me all of the time because, like, I'll be like, okay, you have 750. You got 800, so 1550. And my brother will be on the other side of the table like, it's 1550, Kimberly! Write it down! He's like, how are you still adding? And I'm like, what is it? Like, I don't know. I always end up being the person.
It's Ya Blew It, isn't it? Like YA. It's not you. Is that right? Is it the firecracker game?
Oh, wait, no.
Is that a
It's a
different one?
dice game. This is like dice. You have 6 dice and a piece of paper.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those. So we have a lot of.
I know what you're talking
Josh
about.
has like pointed out to me that we have a lot of like good games for conversation.
It's
to
kind of
like
like
take place.
Yahtzee. Yeah.
Kind of, sort
A
of.
little bit, yeah.
And so like we have like a lot of mindless games in our family where like
So you can play, but still
you
like
can
have
play
a good time.
and be in a conversation. You don't really have to know what's going on. Somebody's keeping track, but like,
Right.
and so one of those games is You Blew It. We've been teaching the boys how to play it, and
Yeah.
they're slowly getting it. But Miles, the last time we played, got wildly upset because he couldn't get on the board.
I could see it.
And he got so mad.
I'm
He was
just
like,
saying.
well, I'm not playing this game. I can't get on the board. And I was like, well, that's just the luck of the draw, man. But
Flick him in the forehead.
but I am one of those people who is like, don't explain the game to me. Let's just start playing it.
Yeah.
I will learn by you walking me through it.
Yeah.
And so like whenever
I just play the YouTube video. Bethany hates it.
Oh.
I grabbed. We learned how to play Catan. Like this was a while ago.
Yeah.
And they're like sitting there like going through the directions. I was like, or we could just watch this.
Yeah. You know what game I need to do that with? Mancala. Have you ever played Mancala?
McCullough's very yeah.
Is it a math game?
It's really not.
I don't understand it
No.
at all.
You mean like the board that flips open?
it
and
flips
has all
open
the
as
marbles?
the pebbles.
Yeah.
And you pick up like 5.
The problem
and
is
then
once you figure that game out, it's over.
What do you mean?
It's all like if you know like where to place like at what times because it's mathematic. So like it's all
Well,
like
then I would never. I'd
Yeah.
never master it.
I hate it.
It was one of those games like in like 5th grade that I remember seeing a lot of the other girls playing,
Mm-hmm.
and I was always like, I wonder what they're doing, and like it never made any sense to
That's
me.
fair.
And so it was one of those guys. But I feel like if I watched a YouTube video, I would be able to do it.
Yeah.
You got any other greases? I mean,
I
really
could roll.
like.
I could roll on it.
were
I mean,
vomited.
it just. I'm telling you what, like and probably it's because I'm such a tangible person. Like whether it's my bike or running or whatever, I want to see something for my endeavors.
Yeah.
And I think games drive me nuts is because like it just never like there's nothing to show for it afterwards. Nothing.
There's a win.
There's no win. There's nothing. There's nothing there. It's like. If you won or you lost or whatever the case is, who cares? Like,
You get to
nobody
get up
cares.
from the table first.
I guess.
Yeah. My last one is very personal to me.
Fire away.
I am married to somebody who could not care less if he wins or loses.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Can you?
Because he's kind of like in my boat where it's like, whatever. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh, he is very much like, okay. And it's like, no, I need you to react. That's the fun of game night.
Well, and keep it like in context. Like if little Timmy is pitching bags with me, like at the start, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's when we start competitive and
Yeah.
we're like, hey, we're going to, that's when
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, like if we're going to play for keeps, let's play for keeps. But just know, I'm here.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I'm gonna show up.
Like I absolutely 100%. And like they're like spoons. I love playing spoons.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
can
yeah.
get into like a wildly physical point. But to play with somebody, love you so much, Josh. But to play with somebody who's like, oh, I didn't get a spoon.
Right.
It's like, at least pretend.
Yeah, yeah,
At least
yeah.
pretend.
Yeah,
to
pretend
be
like you care,
like,
right?
Come on, we're playing this game. So,
Do you have
Yeah.
do you have any graces?
My grace with game night.
People would be like, "You have
is-
none, Jordan." That's not true.
No, I truly love the aspect of game night that takes you away from TV and takes you back to conversation, which is genuinely, I think,
For sure.
what you and I have talked about so many
That
times.
is a common theme that goes back to our podcast.
It is.
Yeah.
Like which
is probably why we're still podcasting, because this is so good that we just sit down and talk to each other.
Yeah, that honestly.
You see the merit of it. I see the merit of it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, and like it's one of those kind of guard down scenarios where hopefully it's a little bit relaxed and you're not making eye contact with everybody all of the time, and hopefully you're with enough people that like you don't necessarily always need to be talking. You can chime in on the conversation and different conversations.
You're in the
are
presence
happening.
of people.
Yeah, and that I really, really love.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good time. We had a game night with a couple a while ago, and there were 2 games. Like they were like, these are very basic games, and Josh and I were like, I don't know what these are.
I mean, we have a couple of people, a couple wives that we play cards with, or we could whenever, you know, like we could call them up right now and be like, hey, do you want to play cards tonight? They probably would. And I think once like our kids are out of the house, that'll probably happen more.
Yeah.
You know, but in regards to like breaking out like an actual like game or something that I haven't learned, I'm just not in that boat.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't know if I would want to necessarily like learn new games with people. Let's just like yesterday for lunch, we went out to this restaurant that like my grandpa and my grandma had always taken us to as we were kids, and there was a group of like 8 women in the back who they just set up a table, and I don't know what game they were playing. I have no clue at all, but like they were just sitting there and they were just playing games. That's my kind of day. Like get some ice cream, sit and play games in the middle of a restaurant.
So don't
be bothered.
That would be my grace. And a lot of people actually have like kind of found out about this, but like Bethany and I have a game of Rummy that we've been playing for
I knew that
almost 20 years. Like, I mean, she keeps a score on her phone, like whole 9 yards. And this happens all the time. We'll sit down at a restaurant, we'll eat, you know, or whatever. Before we eat, we always break out cards and play. I can't tell you how many people come up to us and be like, "Oh, that's so nice. You guys play cards, you know, or whatever." And we're like, "Yep, been doing it a long time, like a long time." And I think what's funny is when we first did it, it wasn't that like, "Oh, you're playing a game." It's become more like this is an anomaly, and that I think is sad because like it's not the cards in our hand or the game that we're playing. It's the fact that there's one person sitting across from another person. Our phones aren't out. We're waiting for a service or whatever the case is. I mean, we played in airports. We played in, I mean, like, it's, hey, you're in this place. I'm in this place. This is something that connects us together.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily have to talk, you know, if we don't want to. Sometimes we've had great conversations over those cards, but, like, there's sometimes where I'm thinking, like you said with dice, right? Like dice games with your family, it brings everybody together. And I think, you know, people are on this quest for bigger houses and more stuff and all that other, and all that does is your family just gets further and further away. Where if you're in a small setting and the only thing is the table, I mean, how many, you know this as a chef, how great is the kitchen table?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that is it.
Yeah.
Like, if you ask me what my favorite piece of furniture in my house is, it's my kitchen
Same.
table.
If my house was burning down,
The
aside
table.
from like aside from like Bible, like people have been like, I'd save my Bible, and it's like, I'll get another Bible. Like, yeah, I'll be sad to lose my notes, but I will do anything and everything I can to get that table out because like, it's where family happens.
Yeah.
It's where life happens.
There's marks, like we have a table so we just switched out our kitchen table, and downstairs though we kept the old one, and I told Bethany, I said, we can never get rid of that. There's fork marks in it, and there's like little grooves in it, and there's so much character there. I mean, that's where our kids learned how to play games. That's where they learned how to like all that stuff. So there's sometimes where, and this is a problem, and I'm learning this more and more, is like we're in sports camp, and I just said a couple of days ago, I was like, hey, don't pull out your phones. Well, like during the lesson, I've been sitting in the gym and I've just been kind of watching, and like some people are definitely like, okay, you know, I won't do it. Other people, I watch them like pull out their phone. I'm like, it wasn't important.
Yeah.
Like it just wasn't there.
It never is.
Never
is.
And if it's an emergency, somebody will come get you.
Yes. Well, I did that not too long ago for an entire weekend. I think it was last weekend. For an entire weekend, I left my phone.
Were you amazed that you came back to nothing?
Nothing happened
of substance.
Absolutely nothing
Yeah.
happened that I needed to have my phone with me. And it just proved to me, like, it proved nothing is really going on. Like,
Yeah.
we think that we're far more important than what we actually are. Like, which sounds kind of mean to say, but it's true. Like,
Yeah.
if the people who need you know who you are, then they'll find you. They'll figure out a way.
The BMV, this is not game related, but the BMV has, and I think I've said it before on the podcast, but they have a stack of CDs and a CD player. And if you sit in there long enough, because I have before, there's one person who controls it. Yeah. And I saw him do it this the other day. They walked over and they flipped through the books and they picked out a CD and they put it in the CD player. And I go, man, how good did that feel? Like, how great was that to like flip through and hear it? And like, I think we're just missing that. And that's what games bring to the table. There's, we were talking about this a long time ago with worship settings, but like a good worship service takes all 5 senses because, you know, you can smell, you can, there's all these things that are happening and transpiring. Game night's the same way. I mean, I can hear and smell what a new deck of cards smell like, and it's a joyful thing. Like, you just get so excited about it.
Yeah.
So
I'm a big proponent of game night.
I think I have a deck of cards in there.
You do.
Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of game night. In the summer, I think we lose it, and then I kind of get
we
back
totally lose it in summer.
in the fall and winter, because like there's nothing else to do, and everybody's already like at their throat. So like, let's give a reason to be at somebody's throat because they gave you 4 draw 2s in a row.
Yeah.
Put that anchor somewhere.
That is true. Like I think in the summer we lose our game groove in the summer. It'll come back.
Yeah.
When the girls go back to school and, you know, stuff like that happens. And yeah, once it gets cold out, there's nothing to do in Indiana, so we're all chilling in the basement, you know, or whatever. But you know, you do bring up a good point too, Kim. Like, which we talked about last week and the week before that, because we kind of go back to this a lot. But like, gone are those days where you call your friends over, you know, and be like, hey, we're having a game night tonight. Do you want to play? You know, it used to be, what game are you playing? Yeah. You know, and now
people would go over to each other's houses all the time for cards. All the time.
We were at this 4th of July party, and my brother-in-law and his dad were there, and they were talking about this game. And I couldn't help but just sit in the chair and think, man, I'm kind of jealous. Yeah. You know, I mean, these guys are nerds. I mean, like, through and they don't even care. Like, no. But there was 5 of them, and all they were doing was talking about the other night. And I felt so out of place and left out. And I was like, man, like, I'm not even into this stuff, but I'll drive up because I think this is great. Because
it creates just like a whole, I don't know what it is. It's just something together is casual. You know what needs to happen? There needs to be like a rotating like household list. But like on the first week of every month, if you want to learn how to play euchre, then we're having a euchre night, but it's only for people who are just learning. Another, you know, first night of the month is, and then like the next 3 or whatever game. But then the next month it's like,
but you know, that's how pickleball got popular. What? Like, pickleball got popular that way. That's why it's growing in like massive waves, is because they do that. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah. So there's like in town or whatever, there's spots where it's like, hey, this first week is just for beginners, and they get them up and they launch them, and then all of a sudden they're like, okay, then you can play next week with everybody. Yeah. And it's just so I agree with you. I think if there's a entry point, like, I think you could totally do it.
Yeah, because I've learned a couple games. I don't remember what the one game was. Oh, and you have to switch tables all the time. It was so much fun. We played it in somebody's basement. It was so much fun. I think we did it at our church at one point too.
Oh, yeah.
And we had such a blast.
Bunko.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah. And it was such a blast. I had never played it before.
Yeah.
But it was somebody who was like, no, we'll teach you how to do it. And then we played it and had such a great time.
Yep.
And so like, we need to do that. We need to like have a game of the month. This month is rummy, and everybody's learning how to play rummy. Next month is, you know, I don't know.
That's actually not a bad idea.
To have an entry point, and then the remainder of the month, either you're playing that game at different people's houses, or I don't know, something like that. But that would be really cool.
I don't see it a whole lot anymore. I mean, I used to see even like on VFWs or fire departments or stuff like that. It would be like euchre night or whatever, and those have kind of gone out the window.
Yeah, I think it's because video games have like totally taken over.
Yeah, that's probably true. Like, there's a lot of that, like, and
Get back to the board games, guys.
yeah, I don't know.
Do something like that.
Anyway, what do you want to hear?
I want to hear what your favorite, what's your favorite family game?
Oh, that's a good one. What's yours? Do you have a favorite?
I'm trying to think.
I mean, ours is easy. It's euchre, just because we played it so long.
We
Or if it's Bethany and I, it's rummy.
We play this game in our family called Tripoli.
Yeah, I know Tripoli.
And we end up playing it for hours. It's a really long game.
It is.
But it's one of those like Thanksgiving or Christmas games, and we all start playing, and then it kind of gets competitive-ish somehow.
Yeah.
But like there's a lot going on in the background. You're able to kind of get up in between, and it's just a good slow-paced game.
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorites. We love You Blew It. I'm terrible at it because I blow it all of the time. But
because you get you get that whole pot, and you get you
get to this
south.
point, and then I'm like, do I want to do one more? So so that's one of my faves. I don't know, I love games. I'm like your wife, like I love games. If I could play games every night, I would.
Oh yeah, she would have like, I mean, we have a game closet.
Yeah.
It just gets to the point where I think you're just so overwhelmed and exhausted with life when it gets to the end of the day. You're like, man, I'm just tired.
Well, and I don't have a ton of games because our go-tos are either dice or cards. And so we don't have a ton of games. We have some that have been really, really good that we've played periodically. But in the grand scheme of things, we always come back to like Yahtzee.
Yeah.
You Blew It. I play solitaire, war, like all of those.
Bethany plays solitaire by herself.
I do too, all the time. I love playing solitaire.
Yep, she'll like come into the living room and like with a deck of cards. I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm playing a game."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh." And the funny thing is, like, she did something the other day, and I was like, "You cheated." And she's like, "It's just me."
There's I was playing it a long time ago, and somebody came up to me and they were like, "You know how to play solitaire?" And I was like,
I think it's just a thing.
Well,
we just did it when we were kids. Yeah.
So they were like, "Oh, you're playing it with a real deck of cards." And I was like, "Yeah," because
the funniest part is like, with those of you who are listening who have young kids, like, start now. Play Chutes and Ladders, play Candyland or Guess Who or whatever.
Work through the teaching a kid how
Mousetrap,
to lose,
whole 9 yards. Yeah.
Teaching a kid how to lose is one of the hardest lessons to teach, because it is like they are so angry. And I get it because you're playing a game, and if you're competitive you're not winning, and I haven't figured it out, so I can't tell you, because Miles normally storms off, and it's like, no,
but it's good.
Keep going.
But it's good to go through those emotions and feelings, because like that's part of life.
Yeah.
Like you have to just kind of learn it.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Play games with your kiddos. What do you want to hear?
How would you explain a cloud?
To somebody who has never seen it. That's like the same thing as like explain the color purple to somebody who's colorblind. Like,
oh, that stuff. Not to like go on a crazy rabbit trail, but that reminds do we all see the same colors? Has anybody ever asked you that question?
I don't think so. I've thought of that in tastes, because nobody tastes things differently.
Like this, to me it's orange, and to you it's orange. Like that, I have a bottle of water in my hand, and but have we just agreed that you're what you're seeing is orange and I'm seeing is orange is orange?
Yeah.
That one.
Josh and that's a long running, I wouldn't say argument, but like, for lack of better term, between Josh and I, is who can see colors better.
That's fair, though. That's fair.
So, like, he'll be like, "That shirt's green." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? That's olive." And he's like, "Olive green." And I'm like, "But it's not just green. Green is Kelly green." And he's like, "Green is any green."
It's not my fault I'm better at colors than you.
I know. I'll tell him stuff like that all the time. I'm like, you suck at seeing color.
What do I want to hear? Your favorite game, of course. Here's probably where my perspective would be. Number one is, do you play games? If so, why? Do you not play games? If so, why? Because I'd be really curious if it's a heritage thing. Like did you grow up playing games? You know, did you? Because I remember, and this is crazy. You know what Skippo is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I remember when I was growing up, we'd go to my grandma Shope's house and we'd play Skippo, and she cheated all the time.
My grandma cheated on a lot of games.
Yeah. Like she just did. Like, and I didn't realize that was even an option. So she obviously did. But like, it's just kind of embedded in me.
Yeah.
Like I mean, that's just what we did. So like Skippo to Uno to whatever. I remember my grandma having a game closet.
Yeah.
You know, and you could just go in and play games.
Pick a game.
I would be curious if you do play games. Are you a first generation or like a 15th generation? You know. And then if you don't play games, like, why not?
Yeah. I always remember during Christmas, my family would play this game called Toss the Pigs.
Yep.
I have no idea.
It's called Pass the Pigs.
No, it's Toss.
It has 2 little pigs in it?
It's like miniature little pigs and you roll them, and however they lay.
Yeah, it's called Pass the Pigs. We have it. We love
You
it.
do?
Play it all the time. Yeah.
So I never learned how to play the game. We just always wanted to play with the little pigs, and I was always so jealous because I remember like during Christmas, the kids, we would be quote unquote asleep, but we would hear all of the adults downstairs playing Pass the Pigs. And,
oh yeah.
Like it always seemed like such a good time. But yeah, I haven't seen Pass the Pigs in such a long time.
Yeah, so there's like the scoring is super fun because there's like a cider, trotter, razorback, snouter.
Yeah.
Like just like the craziest like combinations or whatever. What's the other one? It's like an oinker. And then pig out as if they're like the dots are up on the same thing.
Yeah.
The funniest part about that game is Bethany has the scores memorized.
Seriously?
Yeah. So it's like I'm over here looking at the scorecard of what I just rolled and trying to see how the pigs are landing. And she's like,
snotter.
She's like, that's 10. That's 20. I'm like, it's a double trotter. I'm like, what? What did you just say? But that's kind of like your dice game because you get really like you get overzealous or whatever, and then you lose it all. So.
Yep, that's exactly how I am.
Oh my goodness!
Alrighty,
all right, guys, we gotta wrap this thing up.
It.
Hey, so don't forget to share your thoughts with us. We really do love hearing from you guys. Even though we started a little bit calm and then we went to a level 10 and now we're back to calm. If you have stories or questions, the questions we ask, we want to hear. So let us know future topics, things like that. Rate, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends and family. Reach out to us, greaseandgracepod@gmail.com. This is Jordan and
me, Kim. It's me. Hey guys, it's me. Bye.